Hello again, everybody, and welcome to 18 WJTS TV and Jasper's coverage of Jasper High School basketball. I'm Kerry Schneider along with Jason Stom and Jeremy Marcos on the WJTS camera this evening, of course. And tonight, the Wildcats of Jasper on the road once again, well, for the second out of their first three games as they travel north to Martin County to take on the Loogootee Lions here at Jack Butcher Arena. Wildcats coming into this contest with a 2-0 record on the heels of a 76-71 victory over the Evansville Bossy Bulldogs, prior to that beating Southridge. Loogootee is 3-1. They won last night 72-39 handily over the Wood Memorial Trojans. Jason, of course, with me this evening, and Jason, take a quick look back to that the Bossy game on Tuesday night. The Wildcats let the Bulldogs out to a kind of jump out on top with an 8-1 lead before storming back to grab the lead themselves and pretty much hold on from there.
Yeah, you're right, Kerry. Craig and I talked a little bit about it that night. Bossy came out and threw the first couple punches and had us down a little bit. But we did a very good job of coming back, and being the aggressor. We started taking the ball at them, forcing them into some turnovers. And from there, we, for the last 3.5 quarters, we played really well. So, we're gonna need that tonight to carry over.
Parker Arvin and Connor Foley getting set to jump to actually make that, number 45 for the Wildcats. Connor Foley getting ready to tip off this contest. The Lions are the Lions usually, aren't they, Jason?
Yeah, they are. We'll see. I mean, I've looked at some of their scores and some of their games. They've been scoring some points, which is, for the most part for a Loogootee team is a little odd, but.
And Foley is called for the turnover as he took a few steps while trying to do a layup underneath the basket, and there's the first turnover of the game, and so Loogootee with the basketball for their first possession tonight.
Jasper starts out in their usual man-to-man. Looked like that happened pretty quick down there, but it looked like Loogootee was in a zone.
Here's a long three, in and out, no good by number 33, Peyton Bledsoe.
He's their go-to guy.
Yeah.
I watched him in warm-ups. That shot he just shot, he was hitting all night in warm-ups. So it's we're gonna have to make sure we get out and get on him.
Tanner Ernie with the basketball out to Bundy, top of the key, left side to Young. Back out to Mundy.
Yeah, Loogotee's in a 2-1-2 or a 2-3 zone. We just got to be patient and move the basketball. There'll be some openings in it. We got to play inside, outside, just like there. Get it inside to Foley and Heichelbeck, and they got to look outside, and we got to be able to hit that shot.
And drawing first blood are the Wildcats as Connor Foley was double teamed, but he was able to find a wide open Grant Young on the corner. It's 3-0 Jasper.
And that's what we got to do. Coaches, they keep talking about inside, outside, even against a man-to-man. Definitely against a zone like this, that's what we got to do.
Lions with the basketball. Egler, then, of course, cross court to Whitworth. Back to Bledsoe in the backcourt. Nanti now with it in the backcourt. Direct a little traffic and finds Egler down low. Three on the way is up and in by number 22, John Whitworth, and the Lions tie the ball game up 3-3. So 3-3 Jasper and Loogootee tied up with 6 minutes to go here in the opening quarter here at Jack Butcher Arena. Here's a three on the way, off the glass, no good. Foley with the rebound, he puts it up, no good. Heichelbeck gets tied up underneath. They'll call a jump ball, and it'll belong to the Lions.
Those outside shots are going to be there. I like that one because we didn't shoot it like in one or two passes out of the offense. We worked the offense a little bit. Carter was open at the top of the key, and he took the shot. There's nothing wrong with that. But again, we got to be patient with it, going inside and back out.
Bledsoe now with it in the backcourt to Nanti.
Ernie's given up some size against Bledsoe, so that's going to be a handful for him to do that, to guard him. But Tanner's probably our best defensive player that we've got.
Pass down low to Arvin was wide, and the Lions turn it back over to the Wildcats. So a 3-3 tie. Cats will see, right, once again, as I said, to try to work it down low to Heichelbeck, but there's another steal by Foley. Foley puts it up and couldn't get the fall. Out of bounds. We have a foul called, it looks like, on Loogootee, I guess.
I'm not sure who. Yeah.
30.
30.
That would be Luke Nanti, so his first personal, first foul of the ball game for either ball club.
Both teams are a little sloppy with the ball here to start.
Yes.
From Jasper's standpoint, you know, the Southridge game, we did a very good job of taking care of the basketball. And for the pace of the game against Boise the other night, wasn't too bad.
Here is
that short. They get the ball down there to Foley. They call that the short corner, and that spot's open against the zone all the time. And he's got to either be ready to shoot it or look to the opposite side and make a pass.
Heichelbeck muscles his way up and in. So Gus Heichelbeck picks up his first points of the ball game. It's 5-3, Jasper. Lions on the attack. Bledsoe, top of the key. Whitworth now back to Nanti this time. Here's Bledsoe with about a 18-footer. It's up and in. So Peyton Bledsoe with his first bucket of the night, 5-5.
He's listed at 6'4", so he's got some good size for him. He's left-handed, you know, and there's a nice pass.
Nice pass was down low, but the shot is blocked by Bledsoe. He'll clear it out.
One thing that a lot of people don't.
As number 10 for the Lions, Isaac Egler takes it right to the hole, but he will draw the foul on the Wildcats.
One thing that a lot of people, you know, in high school basketball don't realize that, you know, this Bledsoe boy, he's like I said, he's left-handed, and you don't face a lot of left-handed kids. So when you do, as a defensive player, your mindset has to change because you're always looking for the shot to come out of the right side. Now it's not, as he misses the first free throw. But the shot comes out of the other hand. The dribble, the strong hand is the other way. So it makes it a little bit different until you get used to it.
Edgar with another missed his first one as the next one is on the way, and this one rattles in. 6-5, Loogootee on top. So the Wildcats with the basketball, trailing 6-5, under 4 minutes to play in the first quarter. Young circles it right, or left actually, down low to Heichelbeck. He'll muscle another shot up and in.
And that's going to be open, you know, the low post with Foley and Heichelbeck in there. You know, those guys are going to be able to get some shots.
Pair of field goals by Heichelbeck gives him 4 points. It's 7-6, Jasper. 3.5 minutes to go. Here's a shot, down low to Nanti. He'll deal it out to Nanti again this time. Sorry.
That was a strange-looking play.
It was. That kind of caught me on guard. I didn't know how to describe it. But Loogootee maintains the possession of the basketball. Down low is Nanti. Out to Bledsoe this time. Bledsoe stops, pops, and fires, and he missed this one. Long rebound, out of bounds. It belonged to the Wildcats. Nice crowd on hand here at Jack Butcher Arena. Before the game, of course, Jason, they honored Loogootee's 2012 Class A state championship team, coached by Mike Wackler. Nice long ceremony, emceed by Greg Bateman of WRZR Radio, the voice of the Lions.
Yeah, it was. It was a nice ceremony. Jack Butcher's actually here. There's another nice pass inside to Gus. Gus has been, you know, I mean, obviously he's making the shots, but he's being the recipient of a lot of nice passes to get the ball in there to him.
Heichelbeck's got 6. It's 9-6, Jasper. So he's got 2/3 of the Cats' points up to this point here, and Loogootee looking to answer. A couple of substitutions getting ready to come into the ball game for both teams, one for each. Lions patient with the basketball there, Jay.
Yeah, you know, this is the old style of Loogootee basketball. You know, that when we were growing up, this is what you would see. You know, you'd see them win games in the 20s and 30s. They'd be very methodical with the basketball, good ball handlers, and they just lull you to sleep, and they'd end up with layups. So
one pass there was wide and was nearly picked off by the Wildcats, Grant Young. But he got it out of bounds, and a couple substitutions. We'll pick those up here in a second for both teams. And a whistle and a 5-second violation. Or no, offensive foul on Bledsoe. I guess he got tangled up.
I think they got it on Arvin for setting a screen for Bledsoe.
Oh, I beg your pardon. Okay, yes, it was 24.
Yeah. Parker
Arvin with his first, team second.
So Jasper's got Foley, Beekler, Ernie, Mundy, and Young in the game.
There is Beekler down low, around up and in. Michael Beekler just checked into the ball game, and he picks up his first point right off the bat.
I like the way Jasper's attacking the rim. You know, it's very easy against a zone defense to try to settle for the outside jump shot, but they're not doing that tonight so far, and that's good.
Cats got a lot of points off the bench the other night against Bosse, didn't they?
They did. They got you know, some guys came in and contributed and were able to help, and that's what it's going to take. I mean, this is going to be about the way it looks, an 8-man team as far as 8 guys deep.
Up
nice
and in.
move by Arvin.
Yes, Parker Arvin with his first bucket of the night. It's 11-8 Jasper, under a minute to play in the first quarter. Cats with with a 3-point lead, 8 for Loogootee, 11 for the Wildcats.
Loogootee's in a man-to-man now. We'll see how they match up. And they may try that when they only have Foley or Heichelbeck in, not both of them.
Mundy, top of the key. Deal it over to Young. Lose the handle, out of bounds. It'll belong to the Lions. So the Wildcats.
Heichelbeck's in for Foley.
Just back into the ball game for Connor Foley. Looks like number
Spencer Englert's getting ready to check in for Grant Young.
Yep, 23 Spencer Engler for the Cats. John Whitworth back in the lineup.
And Albrand's coming in for Mundy.
Jack Albrand.
So this is about the normal rotation that Coach Gable's been using. Those are about the 8 guys that he's been.
Good, because I'm tired, because I'm having a hard time penciling all my score sheet as they come in. But this
I'll help you out.
I know that.
I'll help keep you straight on it.
I know you will, buddy. 14 seconds to go in the first quarter. It's a 3-point lead for Jasper, and Loogootee looking to perhaps tie this ball game. Here is a 3 on the way, and it's up and in. And just like that, the Lions tie the ball game with 1 second to go in the quarter. Here's a baseball pass, almost goes in. And who hit that 3 on the end? It was
Eagle.
Eagle, okay.
Yeah, number 10.
Number 10 Eagle for the Lions, which ties this ball game up at 11 apiece. After 1 quarter, it's Jasper 11, Loogootee 11 here on 18 WJTS. Back at Jack Butcher Arena here on 18 WJTS, Kerry Schneider along with Jason Stamm, and the Wildcats and the Loogootee Lions deadlocked at 11 after the first period of play. Jasper will have the basketball to start things off, Jay.
Yeah, we'll see what Loogootee, they're back in their 2-3 zone or whatever type defense they're trying to play.
Here's Heichelbeck, muscles a shot on low, is kind of blocked from behind, and he could not handle the basketball underneath, but and the Wildcats turn it back over to the Lions.
Like I said, I don't know that we attempted a 3-pointer in that first quarter, and with the team playing the zone defense, we attempted 1. That's not bad.
We have 1, and Grant. Yeah,
that's
Grant
right.
Young nailed the 3.
Right, and for moving the ball the way we did, I thought we did a good job of getting it inside.
The Lions will inbound it underneath their own basket.
Englert, I think, was called for that foul.
Here's a steal by the Wildcats. They're underneath, lose the handle, tangled up, put the shot up, no good, tipped up, no good by Heichelbeck, out of bounds, it belonged to the Wildcats.
Jack should have went up for the shot. He tried to be unselfish and give a bounce pass to Grant Young, and it got him in a bad position. We should have come away with that with 2 points, but luckily we still got the ball.
So the Wildcats will maintain possession underneath. The inbounds pass coming in from Grant Young and is knocked away. It'll be Jasper basketball.
It's a tough place to inbound it sometimes there in the corner, but luckily we got it in.
Mundy with it in the backcourt to Young. Grant looks and finds Foley underneath. Foley down a little baseline, deals it back, tries to deal it back out to Young, or to Allbrand, but the pass is stolen away. There's a shot the other way, is knocked away. Rebound, Bledsoe up and in. So Peyton Bledsoe with his second bucket of the night. He's got 4 points, and Loogootee takes a 13-11 lead.
Be patient. We don't have to see right there. He's wide open.
Eichelbeck must have let down low again, and he is going to be fouled. Much to the dismay of Coach Ryan Haywood with in his third year at the helm here at Loogootee.
Yeah, he didn't think too much of that call.
Foul is going to be called on Parker Arvin, his second. Eichelbeck's first free throw is in and out and in. So Gus Eichelbeck with his 7th point. Second on the way is good. Eichelbeck with 8.
Mason Rourke's in for Loogootee, number 32.
Lions with the basketball. Rourke, 6-foot senior, 6'1" senior. Loogootee once again patient on the offensive end.
It's kind of a mismatch there with Eagle and Foley. Foley's just got to make sure he moves his feet.
Eagle will pop a 3 from the right side and nail it. It's his second three-pointer of the day. He's got 7. 16-13 Loogootee. Foley.
So right there, he's got to look opposite.
And Eichelbeck's shot is no good, a whistle. It looks like a foul is going to be against the Lions.
Well, I don't know who they're called that on, 33?
Foul is called on number 33, Peyton Bledsoe, his first.
I don't know. I didn't see that.
I didn't either, but
I'm not saying it wasn't a foul. I just didn't see where he was even at.
Wait from the basketball, obviously, and Bledsoe's first, team's 4th. Cats with the basketball. Tanner outside to Mundi. Mundi circles it back to Tanner on the right wing. Down low to Gus. Shot is blocked. Lions come up with it. 16-13 is the score. They lead with 5.5 to go in the second period.
It's a big difference between tonight and our first 2 games. Both teams played man-to-man against us. Tonight against this zone, when Gus and Foley go up for a shot, they've got 2 guys or 3 guys around them. You know, where in before.
Here's a 3. It's going to be blocked by Foley this time, sweeping in and swatting it out of bounds. As Isaac Eagle had a clean shot to it until out of nowhere comes number 45 for the Cats, Connor Foley. Eagle looking to inbound it. Pass blocked away, and Foley has it. Up the floor. Shot by Ernie is no good. Tipped up and in by Connor Foley for his first bucket of the day. 16-15.
That was another case there where I felt like we made one too many passes. We should have went up with the shot earlier, but we were fortunate enough to still be able to score. We got to get back on defense, Kerry, because they run a transition off of made baskets. I mean, Bledsoe had the ball down here. Luckily, we had one guy in front of him.
Tanner Ernie picks up his first personal, 3rd team foul for the Cats. Loogootee with the basketball pass down low is they say it's going to be off the glass by Mason Rourke, and the Lions turn it back over to the Wildcats.
Yeah, the passing's a little sloppy tonight.
Both ends.
Yeah, both teams.
Jasper kind of now slowing it down just a little bit, it looks like, Jay.
Yeah, I think they're going to try to get their offense set up.
Back in rhythm. And
get those inside guys. They want to get – that's what they want. They want that skip pass to Mundi because he's obviously the best shooter that we've got out there. I'm sure Loogootee knows that too, so they're going to watch that. But that short corner is where, we keep getting the ball too, and that's open, and that guy just has to be patient with it.
Here's Ernie on the right wing. Is out to Mundi. He'll pop a 3. Rainbow J is up and in by Carter Mundi. his first bucket of the night for a three-pointer, and Jasper takes the lead back again, 18-16 with under 4 minutes to play.
And that, you know, like there again, we were patient on offense. We didn't force anything, and we ended up with a nice shot.
Back and forth ball game here in the first half. A whistle and a turnover. Traveling is called against the Lions. Luke Nanti kind of lost his footing there a little bit, it looks like.
Yeah, he was kind of had his dribble and was trying to back his guy down. The guy moved, and he kind of picked up the dribble and traveled.
And threw him off balance.
Yeah.
So the Cats with the chance to add to their lead. They're up 18-16 with 3:30 to go in the half. Here is Ernie. Wow. Mooney hit the deck on there, and Mooney down in the corner. Back out to Young. Young inside the lane, missed the shot. Beekler tries to come down with the rebound, but it's taken away by Loogootee. So the Lions with the basketball with a chance to tie this ball game or retake the lead. Nanti with it in the backcourt. Guarded by Young. Now here is Bledsoe. Bledsoe with the fadeaway jumper is up and in. Preston.
That's tough to defend. I mean, Tanner did a pretty good job with the defensive end of that. Bledsoe's, like I said, he's got some height on him, so he can jump and elevate and shoot over the top of him.
His third bucket for 6 points. Cats with the basketball. Game is tied. Here's a shot from inside the circle by number 11, Tanner Ernie, no good. Lions with the basketball. (18-18) is our score. 2.5 minutes to go in the half. Bledsoe in the corner. Back out here to Nanti. Luke finds over on the left side to Whitworth. Cody looking for the patient, being patient, looking for a good shot. Nearing the 2-minute mark in the half. A couple Wildcats, including, looks like Heichelbeck and among others looking to come in. Here's a 15-footer up and in by number 22, John Whitworth, for his 5th point. Loogotee's back up 20-18. 1:43 to play. Cross court. Shot is up and no good by Young. Down low. And looks like another foul down low against the Lions. That'll be their, well, will only be their 5th foul of the half. That to be fouls called in this game.
It seems like there has been a lot, but then about the time you said that, I looked up too, and there was only 7 before that one.
It's only the 5th foul against the Lions tonight. 3 for Jasper. Heichelbeck and Albrand come back into the contest. That foul, by the way, was called on number 22, John Whitworth, his first. Pass from in, down low. Heichelbeck for 3, short. Under a minute and a half to play. Lions have the basketball and they lead by 2. 1:17 to go. Think they'll work it down to 1, Jay, perhaps?
Possibly.
Maybe not. They're going to see what they do as a timeout is called by Coach Haywood for the Lions. With 1:08 to play in the first half of play, it's Loogootee 20, Jasper 18 here on 18 WJTS. Back at Jack Butcher Arena as we get set to bring you the second half of tonight's basketball game between the Loogootee Lions and the Jasper Wildcats. Lions with a 2-point advantage here at halftime, 20-18. They are led by scoring by Isaac Eagle with 7 points. Peyton Bledsoe has 6, followed by John Whitworth with 5 and Parker Arvin with 2. So only 4 Loogootee Lions in the scoring category column actually so far tonight. Cats are led in scoring tonight by Gus Heichelbeck here at the halftime break with 8. 3 apiece for Grant Young and Carter Mundy on a 3-point shot apiece. And then Michael Beekler and Connor Foley with 2 points apiece, Jason. So Cats and Lions, we'll see what we expect. What do you expect here for the second half?
Well, I think, from the Jasper standpoint, Coach probably, at halftime talked about continuing to move the ball inside and outside, take care of it a little bit better. I don't know, how many turnovers we had in the first half, but, you always want to cut down on those. And on the defensive end, I think, we just got to keep playing defense the way we played the first half. I mean, when you hold a team to 20 points and a half, that's pretty decent. So
both teams will have their original starting lineups to start the second half. Eagle, Whitworth, Arvin, 19 Bledsoe for Lions, who will have the basketball to start the second half. Here is a Eagle looking at a three from the corner. Does not get the shot off, but a steal by the Wildcats on the other end. Here is Young with the shot up and in. Grant Young with his 5th point of the night. Heichelbeck, Foley, Young, Moondy, and Ernie, the original starting 5 for the Cats to start the second half here. Cats quickly tie it up, 20 apiece. Lions are moving the basketball around comfortably, I guess you could say. But again, Jasper putting that full that pressure defense on them.
Yeah, they're getting after them a little bit. Ernie's the only one that's really playing no help. He's staying with Bledsoe to make sure that he doesn't get open to score.
Eagles' shot is no good. Cats with the rebound. Here is Heichelbeck with a spin. Gus with a shot up, no good, just short. And coming down with the rebound for the Lions is Arvin. Eagle on the left wing actually.
One thing I've noticed tonight is Gus is getting bodied up a little bit more than what I think he did in the first 2 games. And he as big and strong as he is, he's got to be able to finish that, even though he gets he gets bumped.
He's going to get bumped, and he's going to more than likely draw a foul.
Yeah, and I mean, for his size, he's got to be able to play through that. And tonight he's there.
Parker Arvin with the layup. That gives the Lions the lead back at 22-20.
Loogootee's back in that 2-3 zone. There's the opening on the opposite wing. Good ball movement. That's not a bad shot.
Shot is no good. This there by Tanner Ernie. It was just shot, but a high percentage one at that. Here's a 3 on the other end by Eagles. No good. Tie up for the basketball, and it should go the Wildcats' way as Lions had the basketball to start the half. So the possession arrow does favor the Wildcats. We trail 22-20.
Gus has got to get in there and get that ball and rip it out of there. He let he wasn't strong enough with the ball and let Arvin stick his hands in there and tie him up with it.
Only 8 fouls in the first half of this ballgame. We talked about it at halftime. Both teams only with one free trip to the free throw line so far. Here's a long 3 by Ernie is no good.
Moondy,
excuse me. Shot up and then by Bledsoe.
Yeah, we got to make sure we get somebody back on him.
30-second timeout is called by John Gable with 5:28 to go in the third quarter. Loogootee jumps out to what I believe is our biggest lead of the night at 24-20. We'll be back with more here on 18 WJTS. To what I believe is their biggest lead of the night at only 4 points, though, at 24-20 with just under 5.5 minutes to play in the third, Jay.
Yeah, we've got to move the ball a little bit better on offense. Continue to be patient with it. We've got Allbrand in now. I think he's in Young. Whose spot did he take? Ernie's spot.
So we got Young, Foley, Allbrand, Heichelbeck, and Carter Mundy.
Yeah.
Here's Heichelbeck back out to Allbrand. Allbrand on the wing looked at the 3. Back down to Heichelbeck. Jack now circles out to.
I'd like to see that guy in that short corner there where Foley just caught it. Look over here. Look over to the opposite side. We're not, especially when Mundy's that guy on the opposite side, that skip pass to Carter is going to get him a wide open shot. And we haven't been able to make that pass very often tonight.
Carter Mundy is able to draw the 3rd foul from Parker Arvin, who's going to have to sit down for a little bit now. Foley will go to the line for his first trip of the night. Like so, only the 2nd trip to the free throw line for the Wildcats all night, and that first one goes in barely. I was going to say it did not drop, but it did. So the Cats are 3 for 3, and
we've used the rim well on all 3 of them, I believe.
That's right. The
Heichelbeck's did too.
Mm-hmm. Foley looking for his 4th point.
Lane violation. Yep.
And
33.
33 for his Bledsoe looks like is nailed for it. We had a little bit issue with that the other night against Bossy, it seemed like.
Yeah, we did. Bledsoe, I don't know why he did it, but his right foot stepped in the lane in front of Mundy early.
So that gives Foley another opportunity, and this time he takes advantage of it. So Foley with his 4th point, and the Wildcats have now cut it to 2. It's 24-22 Lions. Here's Bledsoe with a 3 and a good and a foul. Allbrand's going to be nailed on it.
I was just getting ready to say Jack's got his work cut out for him trying to guard Bledsoe because he's given up a lot of height and weight.
So here is Peyton Bledsoe with a chance for a 4-point play and an opportunity to put the Lions up by 6. And he does. Bledsoe, he's got 11 points. No, make that actually 12 points.
He can score in a hurry.
He's got 12 points with 6 here in the quarter.
We've got to be able to hit that shot.
Allbrand comes up short on it.
Connor needs to get back and not do anything silly.
Here's his 3 on the way, and it's good. The Lions are starting to nail it from outside.
See, and Coach Gable's going to take a full timeout, but what Connor was doing down here on this end, on the defensive end, or on the offensive end, ended up costing us on the defensive end because that was his man that shot the 3-pointer and hit it instead of hustling back.
As a result, the Lions have jumped out into a 9-point lead now with 4:14 to play here in the 3rd quarter. We'll be back after this here on 18 WJTS. Holy Lions have stormed out here to start the 2nd half with a big run and then able to take a 9-point lead, 31-22. Jay, we were talking about there to break, pointing out how quickly things can just go south on you.
Well, you know, the 4-point play by Bledsoe was a key, you know, and then we had a turnover and led to a quick basket for them again. And, you know, that's where we've got to have some composure out there just to slow things down. You know, you're not going to win the game here in the 3rd quarter. You just got to continue to do what you've been doing.
The Wildcats have shown how they can come back. And there's a pass that's batted away out of bounds off a Loogootee player. Looks like number 32, Mason Rourke, who had checked in earlier when Parker Arvin picked up his 3rd foul, was forced to sit down. Now the referee's having a discussion as to, now they're saying it was off of the Wildcat player. So one referee overrules the other, and John Gable wants an explanation. And he really wants an explanation as he's letting the referee have it as he's standing at midcourt. He wants to know how that could be overruled like that. But
yeah, I'm not sure either. The official, the underneath official should have had a better view of it. He's the one that gave the ball to Jasper, and the guy out top came in and changed it.
And I never understand how they could really justify by doing that. You know, here's a 3 on the wing by Bledsoe. It's no good, and a whistle and a foul is going to be called.
I believe they're going to get Eagle on that one.
On Eagle, okay, so no. Yeah. Actually, it's going to be on the Wildcats. Okay, Eagle, well, he was fooling me because he was looking to inbound the pass.
Ernie's going to check in, I believe.
So that foul was on Eagle, and that is his first.
Ernie's coming in for Foley.
So smaller lineup.
The play down here right before, Foley on the one that they had a mix-up whose ball it was, but Foley made a nice turn to the basket. There was a nice cut by Carter, but if he'd have threw a bounce pass, it would have got there. Guys don't utilize the bounce pass enough. Skip pass it.
Cats would right now this is a big possession for the Wildcats to start to get back into this ball game.
See, there's this nice skip pass. Gus set a screen, and that's a good shot. It just didn't go in.
Shot was short by Allbrand. He had a great look, as Jason pointed out. 3:14 to go in the 3rd. Loogootee looking to pick up or add to their lead and go up by double figures as they lead 9, 31-22. 3 minutes to go in the 3rd. Quick moving ball game. Shot is up and no good by Peyton Bledsoe.
That's nice interior passing. They got Bledsoe down on the block, the low block, and he's got some height on Ernie, and Ernie was doing what he could, but they got the ball to the free throw line. The guy looked at him down there and got it to him.
With the foul, Bledsoe will go to the line to shoot 2, and he nails his first one. Bledsoe's got 13, 7 here in the 3rd quarter. He is 2 for 2 from the stripe. Make it 3 for 3. Of course, one of those free throws capped off a 4-point play earlier. Bledsoe with 14.
He's kind of woke up here in the second half a little bit.
With 8 points here in the third.
It's a nice shot fake by Ernie.
The Cats look like they're having a tough time starting to finish some of those off.
You're exactly right. We're doing what we need to do to get to the bucket, but we're not finishing them.
Bledsoe working hard. Down low, puts a shot up, no good, but he draws another foul, this time again on number 11, Tanner Ernie, who will pick up his third.
He can be a bull in there. I mean, I don't mean that mean, but I mean, he's just a strong kid, and you know, he's bigger than the guy guarding him, and that can be a matchup problem. I'm surprised that we haven't put Foley on him a little bit.
Bledsoe nails his 5th straight free throw. Actually 4th, I should say. 4 for 4 in the day. And Foley will check back in replacement of Ernie. Bledsoe nails another free throw. 5 for 5 from the charity stripe. 9 points in the quarter. Here's a 3 by Heichelbeck, no good. Shot by Foley on the rebound is up and no good, but he draws the foul.
It's going to be on Eagle.
So for Eagle, then, that will be his second. Oops. Bledsoe.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so Bledsoe, well, he'll pick up his second instead. Connor Foley with 4 points. His 3rd free throw of the quarter gives him 5.
Michael Beekler came in for Gus.
So Beekler into the contest for Heichelbeck, who will take a seat next to Coach John Gable. Foley nails it. So Connor Foley is perfect from the charity stripe himself. He's got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points in the contest, 4 here in the third quarter, all from the free throw line. 2:19 to play. Loogootee leads it 35-24.
Jasper picked up full court, but
with the layup up and in is Luke Nanti.
There was no help side defense there to help with Young.
Nanti in a travel by Foley, and he'll turn it back over to the Lions.
Connor's got to learn he's got to just slow down. He's not a guard.
He's not built like one, that's for sure. But he's got the athleticism that he can.
Well, yeah, you're right there, but he can't handle the ball.
You're exactly right.
The way a guard can.
Under 2 minutes, and there is a steal by the Wildcats. Layup and in is good by number 15, Carter Mundy. He's got his 5th point, and another timeout is called with 1:53 to go in the third quarter of play. It's Loogootee still with an 11-point lead. 37-26. We'll be back with more here on 18 WJTS. Playing in the third quarter, and Loogootee has jumped out into an 11-point lead, 37-26, Jay, with 1:53 to play.
Yeah, Jasper's going to pick them up full court here and try to put a little pressure on, try to make them speed the game up. That's what you do when you press. You know, you're looking for a quick steal, but you're trying to force them into playing quicker than what they want to.
And there is a steal by the Wildcats. Losing his footing, I should say, is number 21, Grant Young, who fell down, but a foul is going to be called on the Lions.
Yeah, I'm not sure that it kind of looked like he just kind of slipped, but we'll take the foul.
Isaac Eagle picks up his second, and going to the line is Grant Young, who's got 5 points in this contest, make it 6, as Young nails the first of 2.
The press seems to be bothering Loogootee a little bit. We've gotten a couple steals off of it. It's important to make that because then that helps you set the press up.
Then by all means, let's go with it for as long as we have to get back in this contest. It's 30. Here's another steal for the Wildcats. Hundy, Albrand.
You just got to be patient now. Settle down, run your offense.
Young with it. Finds Foley inside the circle, down low. By Beekler up and in, got it in a foul. Michael Beekler with a reverse layup picks up his 4th point of the game, and that makes it a 37-30 contest, and he'll have a chance to cut that to 6. Beekler's free throw is short. Peyton.
See, with that missed free throw, it doesn't let you have the opportunity to set your press up. And that's obviously been very helpful for us.
Here is Eagle with the basketball. Here, it is stolen by Foley. Connor Foley puts it up and got it a foul. Connor Foley with a great steal, took it all the way to the hole, laid it up and in, drew the foul, and the Wildcats have cut it to 37-30. 32, I should say.
Yeah, I wasn't too sure. I wanted to see Connor dribble all the way down there, but he did get himself under control and was able to score.
Foley has 6 points in this quarter with 8 in the contest. We're looking for number 9.
Number 13, Drew Walker for Loogootee checked in for Eagle because Eagle picked up his 4th foul. He went from 1 foul to 4 in like no time as he missed that free throw.
So it's 37-32. Lions with a 5-point lead, nearing the 1-minute mark here in the third.
They just need to play good, solid defense here. They run it down to the last second, that's okay.
45 seconds, Walker with it, who just checked in.
I'd make him handle the ball as much as I could because he's new in the game.
Exactly, he's not fresh like the rest of them. There's Bledsoe. And then there's steal, and a foul is going to be called on the Wildcats. Number 21, Grant Young, his first. And only the 4th team foul for Jasper here in the second half. And it looks like number 24, Parker Arvin, with 3 fouls against him coming back into the contest. He had to sit down early in the third. And I don't think Coach Haywood wanted to get him back in this soon.
No, Spencer Englert came in for Carter Mundy too.
Okay, so Englert into the contest for Jasper.
Jasper's going to run that little trap, and the ball goes to the wing.
Cats with great trap pressure against the Lions have forced a couple of turnovers that have led to points, and have been able to. There's a whistle, and a foul is going to be called on the Wildcats.
9 times out of 10 you see that, and it's a shame because probably 8 out of those 10 it's not a foul, but
that goes against Jack Albrand for his second 15th foul for the Cats here in the half. Down low to Bledsoe, turnaround jumper is good. What a sweet shot that was. Nice turnaround jumper for Bledsoe. And a whistle.
They got a timeout, and I don't think their coach Haywood really wanted it because now he kind of burned a timeout with 0.8 seconds left.
And I guess, right, with 0.8 seconds, we'll just keep it right here.
Yeah, that basically, if it would have been a jump ball, Loogootee would have got the ball on the jump on the possession arrow. But now they do have a chance to get a shot off and get the ball to start the 4th quarter. So,
well, with Bledsoe, he's got 18 points in this contest, 12 here in this quarter.
Bledsoe's a nice little player.
He sure is. He's their bread and butter right now for Loogootee. Leads all scorers tonight with 18. 39-32 is the score. With 0.8 seconds to go, Loogootee's going to try to get one quick off. Bledsoe will feed it from underneath. There's a shot up and no good. And that will bring us to the end of the third quarter of play with Loogootee leading Jasper 39-32. Back with the 4th quarter after this here on 18 WJTS. Arena where the Wildcats and Lions are getting set for the 4th and final period, at least of regulation. As the Lions lead the Wildcats 39-32, Jason. We were kind of talking about the low scoring a little bit during the break with the Lions coming in this contest averaging 65 points a game, but typically for Loogootee, it's always a kind of a slow or small.
It is. I mean, you look at their scores this year, and you're kind of surprised by them. I mean, they went 72, 79, 81 in their last 3 games, and it's like, uh-oh, what are we going to do here?
We got a foul right here. Now the official's going to confirm exactly what happened here. So 2 of the 3 officials are talking right at the mid.
It's either got to be a foul or a turnover of over and back.
And let's turn over against the goalie. The Wildcats will have it. So over and back, I guess, was the verdict.
Yeah, I think that's what they were trying to confer as to. I think he blew his whistle and then was like, okay, I don't know what to say.
We're all human.
Yeah.
39-32 with the score here early seconds of the 4th quarter. Here's a shot by Foley, muscled up but no good. And he'll draw a foul.
Connor needs to, when they get the ball inside, he needs to learn to keep the ball up high. He puts it down there where all the little guys, the little guards can get to it and scrap and scrape at it. He needs to keep it up high.
He'll miss his first free throw of the night as he was 4 for 4 with 6 points in the third quarter, 8 on the night.
Mason Rourke's in for Loogootee, number 32. He took Arvin's place, I believe.
Next one by Foley is short, so he misses both.
See, we have a tendency to, in the fourth quarter, to not shoot free throws very well for some reason. I don't know if it's we get tired or what, but
Lions with the basketball. Bledsoe double teamed. Foley almost with the steal. Whistle, and a foul is going to be called, I guess, on Foley down low.
Yeah, I believe Foley will pick it up. Didn't look like it was much of a foul, but official saw something that we didn't.
So Foley picks up his second personal. It was the one I was missing earlier there. Lions with the basketball. They'll be patient from here, won't they, Jay?
Yeah. There's the one that's the guy you want handling the ball is number 13 because he's the one that had, I mean, there he had a clear lane to the, he don't even look to shoot. I mean, he catches it, he wants to get rid of it.
Here's a layup up and in by the Lions, number 30, Luke Nante. He's got 4 points, 41-32.
We didn't have any help side defense that time.
They have a whistle and a foul against Loogootee.
These officials seem to be getting whistle happy now. I mean, I didn't see much there either, just like I didn't see nothing down here.
Sometimes, a lot of times that happens. That's the third foul against Bledsoe and an 8th-team foul for the Lions, as once again at the line is Connor Foley, who hit his first 4 free throws tonight, but then misses that next 2, but then hit that one.
Again, this is a big one so that we can set up that press. I would assume we're still going to do that.
He's 5 for 7, make it 6 for 8. And he's got 10 points.
Young's going to pick up this foul for holding. He got in front of Nante, and as Nante tried to make a cut or a move, Grant was in front of him and kind of impeded his progress, and the official was looking right at it.
So that puts the Lions down the bonus. So both teams down the bonus from here on out as Young picks up his second, 17 foul for the Cats. A 1-and-1 coming here for number 10, Isaac Eagle, who's got 12 points, or 11 points, sorry, make that 10 points tonight, and make it 11 now.
He used every bit of the rim, too.
He is 2 for 3 from the line. Looking to go 3 of 3 to 4 and give his ball club a 9-point lead again. If he can connect on this free throw, and he does. 12 points for Isaac Eagle, 9-point Loogootee lead, 43-34. Loogootee had as big as an 11-point lead in this contest earlier.
Actually, I think, Kerry, that was Nante shot those free throws, number 30.
All right, check that.
Because Eagle's not even in the game.
I was looking. Okay, my apologies. I was looking actually at the 0 in here.
Well, I wasn't paying attention either, and then I saw him shoot the second one, and I was like,
Okay, so Nante with 4, 5, 6 points in the contest on those 2 free throws. Regardless, the Lions, who just now got a steal, have the basketball back, and a 9-point lead with 6:10 to go.
See, Gus did the same thing that Connor does. He brings the ball down there where those big guys or the little guys can scrap after it.
And a whistle and a turnover against the Lions. Looks like a foul. Like I said, boy, they're starting to call everything now.
Oh, my. I mean, they call that an offensive foul on 13, Drew Walker. And, I mean, I really don't know what he was doing or what he did, but we'll take it. We get the ball, it's a turnover, and we get the ball.
But the Cats need to capitalize. They're down by 9 with 6 minutes to go, so they're obviously not out of the realm of this. But
no. But we can't. We got to at least get a shot off. We can't have a turnover.
Like that. As Bledsoe steals the ball. And Loogootee has the basketball back with 5:43 to play. Nante up No good. Rebound Wildcats. Now the other end. Heichelbeck spins, puts it up. They're going to call him an offensive foul. As number 32 for Loogootee, Mason Rourke will draw the charge against Gus Heichelbeck, who picks up, I believe, just his first foul of the game. He does. 18 foul against Jasper. Player control foul. 5.5 to go. Here's a near steal by the Wildcat. Well, was he out of bounds? We had it. Either way, the Cats have it, and a foul. As coming up with the basketball was Tanner Ernie. He was able to get a shot off, but he was fouled. So Ernie will go to the line to shoot two. And that foul goes against Isaac Eagle, and he's out of the ball game.
Yeah, he just came back in. I mean, he wasn't in for a minute, and he fouled out. So that could be a huge thing.
I was just going to say, that's a big loss for Loogootee, at least at this point. And he leaves the ball game with 5:25 to play, and he has finishes his night with 10 points. First shot is no good. Cats need to nail these free throws when they have their opportunities here, Jason.
Yeah, we talked about it a while ago. I said, it seems like in the fourth quarter our free throw percentages went way down. The other night against Bosse, as we hit that one, but the other night against Bosse, Craig and I talked about it. I said we got to do two things. We got to take care of the ball and hit our free throws, and we took care of it, but we didn't do a very good job of hitting our free throws.
Quickly down the floor the other end, and a foul is going to be called against Carter Mooney as number 22, looks like John Whitworth, took the pass down the floor.
Mundy did a good job, though, of making sure he wasn't going to get the ball up. He knew he was going to commit the foul, but he was going to make him earn them at the free throw line. So we'll see how that works.
He has 5, and he misses that first free throw on his first trip to the line tonight.
Allbrand's in for Ernie.
Allbrand will replace Tanner Ernie. 43-35 our score. Loogootee by 8. No good. Down with the rebound is Walker, I should say, and looks like he'll call a timeout. Yes, the timeout is called by the Lions with 5:16 to play. Here in the fourth and final period of play, it's Jasper trailing Loogootee 43-35. We'll be back with more here on 18 WJTS. Final period of play here at Jack Butcher Arena, Loogootee. Jasper trails Loogootee 43-35.
Well, Gary, we're going to have to obviously do a better job shooting our free throws here in the fourth quarter.
Bledsoe takes a long inbounds pass and loses the handle, and he will be called with over and back. So another turnover by the Lions, who are giving the Cats their chances here, Jason.
They are. They're not.
It's up to us.
Yeah, they're not taking care of the basketball either. I mean, that's an unforced turnover. I mean, he dribbled it off his own foot. So we got to. Just like we said a while ago, we got at least get a shot. We got fortunate there because Foley could have been called for an offensive foul the way and then
Grant Young misses the shot, and a foul is going to be called, I believe, on Foley. What they call a technical?
Yeah, he got a foul and a technical.
So that's going to go 2 fouls against Foley right there, and that's going to give him 4 fouls.
And that's going to give them 2 free throws
and 2 more,
and the ball.
And the ball. So going to the line to shoot the free throws will be Luke Nante. Nante has 6 points on the night. He just hit 2 free throws earlier. So a technical foul is called on Connor Foley, and as well as a personal foul ahead of that. So as a result, he's got 4 fouls on the night. That's big. We're just under the 5-minute mark, and Jasper had a chance to cut the lead to 6. And first one by Nante is good. Second one is good. Puts the Lions up by 10, 45-35 with 5 minutes to go. Now we'll have 2 more free throws coming, this time from Peyton Bledsoe, who's got 18 points. Looking to go to 20 here if he can nail these both.
These 2 are the technical ones.
So those are the technicals. 6 for 6 from the line is Bledsoe with 19 points. Next one on the way is good. So 20 for Peyton. 8 for 8 from the line for the Loogootee swingman. And the Lions down with a 12-point lead and with the basketball.
Yeah, that's a big swing. I mean, that was 4 points and the ball. So, I mean, they could come out of this with, anywhere from 6 to 7 points.
Mm-hmm. They will not be in any hurry this time, will they, Jay?
No. Now you're gonna see they missed him. He was wide open for a layup. But now you're gonna see the prototype Loogootee.
Here's a pass down low, and Nante had a shot wide open. He kicks it back out, and the line fans love it.
Yeah, and they've got. I mean, just watch the Jasper players. I mean, they're just scrambling. They're trying to do whatever they can.
And a foul from behind as John Whitworth is fouled.
And one thing that, when I coach the younger kids, in this situation, the best thing from Loogootee's standpoint is pass the basketball. Don't stand and hold it. As soon as you catch it, get rid of it. And if you watch, Jasper's guys they're flying around out there everywhere trying to keep up with the ball. If you keep passing it, it's hard to steal it. It's hard to do anything.
John Whitworth with his first free throw of the night. He's got 6 points. 13-point ball game. Make it 14 as he nails his 6th point on 2 for 2 shooting from the line. 49-35, Loogootee with a 14-point lead now. 4 minutes, nearing the 4-minute mark.
We're going to have to look to shoot a little bit quicker than what we have been.
Here's a three from the top of the key. It's up and in by number 21, Grant Young. Young's got 12 points. And a timeout quickly called by John Gable with 4 minutes to play, 4:01 to be exact. It's Jasper trailing the Loogootee Lions now by 11, 49-38 with a 30-second timeout here, Jason.
Yep. We're going to have to play good defense, try to make steals. And on the offensive end, we've got to look to shoot and score points quick. It's an 11-point game with 4 minutes left, so there's plenty of time. But we've got to capitalize. We can't have any empty trips down the floor. And when I say empty trips, I don't necessarily mean score. I mean at least get a shot.
Out on the floor are both ball clubs now, with Loogootee leading 49-38 with 4:01 to play in this contest. Now as Bledsoe comes out to get the inbound pass, and now he'll deal it to Nante.
I would say Loogootee would want
down low off the other end is number 32.
A layup like that, but on the press breaker, you want Nante and Bledsoe handling the ball.
Mason Rourke with his first 2 points of the night.
There's what you want right
Here's
there.
A three on the right side is no good. Down low is shot up and in by number 35, Michael Beekler, and he'll draw the foul.
Bledsoe picked that up. I don't know how many that is, maybe hopefully 5 on him.
Bledsoe picks up his 4th.
So that's good. That's huge.
For Beekler, that's his 6th point of the night. He has free throw coming, and he nails it to complete the 3-point play. He's 1 for 2 from the line. 51-41 with 3.5 to play. So it's up to Loogootee now to just basically protect the basketball.
Yeah, that's what it comes down to. You got to handle the ball.
For Jasper, pressure defense is a must.
I mean,
that's a steal.
Yeah, and that's what you can't, from Loogootee's standpoint, you can't have that.
Jack Albrand with it. There's Ernie. Ernie with a shot, no good. Out of bounds off of Ernie, and it'll belong to Loogootee.
Jasper's got all their little guys in there now. They got Ernie, Young, Mundy, Beekler, Albrand. All their bigs are on the bench because they need some outside shooting.
Bledsoe takes the inbounds pass, and he will be fouled right away by, I believe, number 21, Grant Young. If it is, that's his 4th.
Yeah, but, we're at the standpoint now where you've got to have fouls,
Absolutely. You got to get the chance to get the ball back. Bledsoe will have 2 free throws as it is now and a double bonus. And he is perfect from the line tonight.
He missed that one.
Until he said that. A jinxed him good. 1, 2.
I mean, they obviously, got to look to win the game at the free throw line.
Bledsoe was 7 from 7 from the line until he missed that one, so 7 of 8. And now make it 8 of 9.
Now he's going to bring Arvin in for Bledsoe. This is kind of the offensive-defensive switch because Bledsoe's got 4 fouls, so they got to protect him on defense a little bit.
3 minutes to go, 52-41. Jasper trails by 11. Here's a three this side. It's not going to go for number 15, Connor Mundy. Scramble for the loose ball. Lions may have it. Actually, the Cats come up with it. And a whistle and a jump ball is going to be, do they call a jump?
Yeah, I think so.
And that will go to the Wildcats. So Ernie will inbound it to Young. Young. Allbrand. Here's a three. Up and in. Good by number 15, Carter Mundy. Mundy with his 8th point. 52-41, 2.5 to play. And it's going to be another turnover against the Lions. So the Cats will have another opportunity, Jason.
Yep. You know, and here's again where we can't come up empty-handed as Bledsoe's going to come back in.
He will come back in to replace Mason Rourke.
They need him on the floor just from the calm. Him and Nante have to be the two that control
the tempo for kind of keep the minds level for the Loogootee Lions.
Yeah.
With the basketball is Grant Young. Young looks for Allbrand, finds him, back to Young. Down low to Tanner. Here's a three on the way. No good, it's short. This time by Carter Mundy. 2:10 to play. Quickly down the floor of the Lions and throw it away. Why? I don't know. Is Luke Nante, why he was charging down the floor that quickly like that, Jason?
Yeah, I mean, that's one of those that'll make coach pull his hair out because you don't need that. You know, I mean, you get it across half court and then slow it down.
It's an 8-point lead, and you have 2 minutes to go, and now you're giving the Wildcats a chance back. Here's a three on the way. Good! Grant Young with his 3rd three-pointer of the night. He's gotten 12 points today. And a whistle, and the Wildcats get it back.
I don't know what they called.
Maybe they called a. Did he call a?
They called a foul on somebody.
I don't. And it's on against Luke Nante. It looks like 30. If that's 30, that's his 2nd foul.
Wow, because I don't know who was guarding him, but they were holding him like crazy.
It's a 5-point game, 52-47. Here's a three, no good. Rebound Wildcats, but they're going to call overhand foul against Grant.
Ernie,
I should say. Yeah. Ernie with the foul. That should be his 4th. So the Cats with a chance to cut it to 3, if not.
Yeah, but they got Arvin going to the free throw line, so I don't know. Has he been there tonight yet?
Arvin is not seen the free throw stripe tonight. He does have 4 points. And he missed that one, and so he was hard off the back of the rim. So Arvin with the 2nd free throw coming. 1:43 to go, 52-47 Loogootee. He nails that one to make it a 6-point contest, 53-47. 1:40 to play. Jasper with the basketball. Here is Allbrand. Young, down low, Ernie. Ernie kicks it back out. Young. Allbrand comes with the loose. Mundy with it. They waved it off. The shot went in, but they waved it off.
They're going to get a foul on somebody setting a screen.
Okay, so
I think it was Ernie.
All right, it was Ernie, number 11. Tanner Ernie picks up his 5th foul. What a big chase that was. Cats had a chance to cut it to a 3-point game. Boos come from the Jasper crowd while Loogootee enjoys it. 1:25 to play, 53-47. Loogootee with the basketball and a 6-point lead.
Coach Gable's can't say or do what he wants to because he knows he's got to keep his composure because we're not out of the ball game. If we were out of the ball game, I'm sure he'd let him have it. But
Luke Nante will draw the foul, and he is 4 for 4 from the line tonight. He will have 2 coming here, 2 bonus shots. That foul was called on Spencer Englert, his 2nd. So here's Nante. Does not get the first one to roll.
Heichelbeck's coming in for Spencer Englert.
Nante has 6 points on 4 free throws and a 2-point basket. Looking for his 7th point of the night. He will nail it.
That makes it a 3-possession game.
54-47, 122 to play. Eichelbeck, Mundi, cross over here to Young. Here's a shot by Mundi from inside the lane, good, and a timeout for the Wildcats, a full timeout. So the Wildcats cut it down to 5 again with 1:02 to play, 54-49. Jasper trails Loogootee with 1:02 to play here in the regulation. We'll be back after this. 1:02 to play here in the 4th quarter. It is Loogootee 54, Jasper 49. The Lions will have the basketball as Peyton Bledsoe will inbound it from underneath. And it gets it back over here to Whitworth. Whitworth will inbound it to Nante. Nante back to Whitworth. Whitworth will bring it across the timeline. Under a minute to play now. Down low, shot is no good. Rebound Wildcats. Bickler's got it, rebounds it, and here he is. Here with the basketball is Young. Now to Bickler. Young, 41 seconds. Deals it out to Albrand. He'll jack up a 3 and, no, excuse me, actually that was Carter Mundy who jacked up the 3 and missed it. And a foul will go against the Wildcats.
Wasn't a bad shot. I mean, he was open. He got a good look at the basket. He hasn't shot the ball as well tonight as what he did at home the other night against Bossy. But, you know, you'll have nights like that. I mean.
So Grant Young will check out of the ball game with his 5th personal foul.
Charlie Cabrick's checking in for him, number 25. Eichelbeck's coming back in for Englert. That's an offensive substitution.
Luke Nante going back to the line. He nails the first.
Still a 2-possession game right now, 6 points.
Nante with 10 points. 11 now. 7 of 8 from the line was Nante here in the 4th quarter alone. 30 seconds. Eichelbeck cannot get the 3 to roll in. Bledsoe with the rebound, and Nante, he'll bring it up the floor. Nante will pull it out. 19 seconds ago, and he'll draw the foul by number 15 for the Cats.
Mundy.
Carter Mundy. So for Carter, his first, I believe, his second actually. It's pretty much academic now with 18 seconds to go, and Loogootee with the 56-49 lead, Jay.
Yeah, especially if they hit their free throws, obviously. I mean, but.
That one is short.
It helps. 7-point game. I mean, that's 3 possessions, but.
He's got 11 points, make it 13, or make it 12, I mean.
We got to score, and we got to score quick. Somebody's got to shoot it.
Here's a 3 on the way. It's no good. 10 seconds, 11 seconds. The Cats will just now pull back and let the Lions run out the clock as they will walk away from their home court here at Jack Butcher Arena with a 57-49 victory over the Jasper Wildcats. So the Wildcats pick up their first loss of the year. 57-49 is the final score.
Well, Kerry, it's, you know, you come off of an emotional win like we did against Bossy on Tuesday night, but you know you've got to mentally come back and be ready to play this game. You know, everybody said that Loogootee had a good team this year, you know, and I'm not saying that we didn't take them serious or took them lightly, but you know you have to, everybody that's on our schedule, you have to treat the same way. They're all going to be out to beat you.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I don't know. Obviously, hopefully one of the coaches will come join you here in a little bit. But, you know, it'll be interesting to see what they say. You know, I don't know what kind of practice they had Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. You know, to see whether or not we got any better at practice those 3 days, or whether we were kind of happy with what we did against Bossy the other night. You know, and it's a learning experience. I mean, we weren't going to go undefeated this year. It's, you know, it's no secret. So, but, you know, it's a tough place to come play. It always has been. But, you know, I think we could learn some things from tonight. Like I said earlier, you know, we faced a defense that we haven't faced all year in a zone defense. You know, and we're going to face that more. I think, you know, if we can use that as a learning experience and get better at it. You know, I've always told kids, you know, when you lose, if you lose and get better by learning from your mistakes, it was a worthwhile loss. But if you lose and you don't get anything out of it, then no, because you can turn around and lose the exact same way.
Exactly. The key to it is learning.
That's exactly right.
You know, it's a way of life. You learn from your mistakes, and you know, the Wildcats need to come away from this game and figure out, obviously, what needs to be improved upon, like at any loss. But nonetheless, you know, you can't be too ashamed. We lost to a very good Loogootee ball club that is traditionally Loogootee. Yeah,
there's no doubt, you know, and there's some things that happened throughout the course of the game. You know, the technical foul that Foley picked up, you know, the score was 43-35 at the time when he got that. They've got 6 points out of that 7, I think.
7, yeah.
Because they got 4, and then they got 1, so they got 5 out of it. I think they got a free throw, but that's 5 points that they got out of one possession.
And it was at a point where Jasper had a chance to cut that lead to at least 4, if not 3.
Yeah, you know, we had the ball and committed a turnover or missed shot. I'm not sure what it was, but you know, and you don't fault Connor for the hustle and the effort, but you have to, you know, as a young man, you have to learn that, you know, you can't say things and let your emotions get the best of you. And I don't know what he said or what he did, but it's irrelevant. But, you know, as a player, you have to realize you can't let your emotions get caught up. And that's kind of probably what happened with him. But
so the Wildcats pick up their first loss of the year. They will now fall to 2-1. Loogootee picks up their their fourth win of the year. They are now already 4-1 here on the young season. And, of course, for Jasper, they will now look ahead to coming up next week, I believe, Memorial coming into the JHS gym next week, Jay. So back to the SIAC.
Yeah, you know, you got to turn around and, you know, worry about it. You got a conference foe coming in, and Memorial, you know, traditionally has always been a nice basketball club. I believe they've got a new coach down there this year.
Okay.
So, you know, you don't know what to expect. But, you know, you got to use this as a learning experience and come out of this better. You know, you've got a full week. You've got a normal week now. You know, you don't have a game in the middle of the week like we have the last 2 weeks. You know, you have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday to practice, game Friday. We do have a game on Saturday. The Gibson Southern game that was supposed to be last night will be made up on Saturday. Not sure what time that is. I think it's an afternoon. I believe it's,
let's see, I went back to that sheet here.
I think it's an afternoon game.
It is a 1:30 varsity start, so noon JV and 1:30 varsity.
So anyhow, you know, those will be two nice opponents that'll come in. You know, I don't have any idea what Gibson Southern will bring. You know, obviously they're coming off of the high of winning the state title from the football, which that's, you know, nice to bring one of those back to Southern Indiana.
Right.
But so you don't know what you're going to expect there. But I think right now, as a coaching standpoint or a coaching staff, you're more worried about your team and your players and getting them where they need to be as opposed to who you're playing.
Exactly. We'll take a quick look at the scoring here for this ball game for Loogootee. They were led in scoring by Peyton Bledsoe with 21 points, 12 points for Luke Nanti, 10 points for Isaac Eagle, and 7 points for John Whitworth, 5 for Parker Arvin, and 2 for Mason Rourke. So Bledsoe, of course, with his 21 points, I mean, you know, he is the man right now for Loogootee, but they got a great they got a good supporting cast with the likes of Luke Nanti, who picked up actually 10 of his 12 points in the fourth quarter, mostly from the free throw line. In fact, all but 2 from the free throw line. The Wildcats were led to scoring this evening by Grant Young with 13 points, Carter Monday with 10, 10 also for Connor Foley. Gus Heichelbeck got out hot early, scoring 8 first-half points, 6 in the first quarter, but finished with 8. And Michael Beekler with 7 points and one for Tanner Ernie.
Yeah,
So,
I think, from the standpoint of Loogootee, Bledsoe was the leading scorer, but Nante's he's the kid that keeps that team running. He's a senior. He's been around there for a while, so he's kind of their floor general, and that's kind of what we need Grant Young to do for us. That's where I think we miss Isaac Day, because Isaac would have been is a senior. He would have been some senior leadership out there in games like this. And I'm not saying it would have made a difference, but it could have. So we move on.
We move on exactly, Jay, to next Friday, where the Wildcats will take on the Memorial Tigers at the JHS gym. And looks we're going to have JV coach Begley coming to join us. And we'll take a break and talk to Caleb right after this here on 18 WJTS. Back at Jack Butcher Arena, where the Wildcats fall to the Loogootee Lions by the score of 57-49. We are joined by junior varsity coach Caleb Begley. And Caleb, obviously first loss of the year, but it could be a pretty good learning experience.
Yeah, there's no doubt. I mean, this is never an easy place. It's been a while since we've been here, but never an easy place to play. And they've got a good team. I mean, they've got some of those guards. Nante, he can handle the basketball, and then you throw in Bledsoe in there who can score it like he can. You got to give them a lot of credit. We didn't make a whole lot of shots, but you got to give them credit for the way that they've executed a game plan. They kept the ball out of the paint, and they deserve a lot of credit.
Well, Peyton Bledsoe did lead their scoring with 21 points, and Luke Nante with 12, but he had 10 of those 12 points in the. As you said about being a good ball handler. Well, a great example of that is the fact that of the 12 points he had, 10 were in the fourth quarter, 8 from the line.
Yeah, I mean, when you start to press, and we got him a few times. I mean, we sped him up, turned him over a few times. But when you got a guy like him, he's quick, he's athletic, and he can handle the basketball. And it's hard to press guys that can handle it like he can, and especially when they can make free throws as well. So we put ourselves in that position and kind of forced a foul. And credit to him, he made his free throws. So
if you look at this ball game, you may have already touched upon it a little bit, but what's the Wildcats going back to the varsity need to take away from this?
Yeah, I mean, I think we need to realize that these environments are fun. These environments are good, and we can't get emotional whenever we're in these environments. We had some uncharacteristic mistakes, and I think a lot of it was just we kind of got emotional. We were looking at the scoreboard and not realizing that we've got some time to get back in the game. We've just got to put together some stops. But we'll get back to work and work on zone offense, because they did a good job, and I would suspect some teams are going to get the film and they may be doing the same thing. So
absolutely. Now like I said, you're in a tough environment, and this is a great setting. I mean, obviously, one of the Loogootee is Loogootee. I keep saying that during the broadcast, and so forth. You got a small gym, big crowd, a community that loves their basketball. Not to say that anybody, not comparing to anybody else. I'm saying, but you're in an environment like this, you got to let your Moses stay in check. And I'm afraid we had a little bit of the difficulty there with Foley's technical. Not to single one person out, but you can't help it. You're a competitor. Connor is definitely a competitive ball player.
Right. There's no doubt. I mean, and they made things really difficult, and our big guys weren't used to the, just the way that they played them. They played them, where they weren't one-on-one in the post, and they were physical with him. They were blocking him out, and he let his emotions get the best of him, and he's got to learn from that. But we want our guys, they play hard, play with emotion, but you can't get emotional to the fact where it's going to be a detriment to yourself and to the team. But he'll learn from it.
Well, we started out the ball game with Gus Heichelbeck with 6 points in the second quarter. But ended up finishing with 8. So, I mean, like I said, their style of defense, whatever, obviously was effective on him going on.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we got some inside looks there to start the game, especially in the first 2 quarters. And they did a really good job in the second half of kind of limiting those, any shots around the rim. And anything that was around the rim was contested. And, we struggled to step up and make them.
Let's take a look at, of course, you're the junior varsity coach here for the Wildcat basketball program. Unfortunately, you picked up your first loss of the night tonight, but talk a little bit about your JV team and what you like and maybe even dislike about it. What's the things you want to go over about?
Yeah, I mean we've got a lot of areas to improve, but we've got a group, and this is JV and varsity, just guys that work hard, that compete. It's we've got 4 juniors really playing some JV minutes, and some 3 sophomores and a freshman. And I still think they're kind of still learning to play together. They haven't. This is kind of the first time they've played all together. So hopefully, as we continue to go, we'll continue to get better. But they're a fun group to be around. They play hard. They compete. They push the varsity every day in practice, and that's kind of our focus. We want our JV guys to push our varsity and get better in the process, and hopefully we continue to do that.
It's part of the job is doing that, and of course just learning the game is going and getting ready for the next level.
That's right.
So go ahead.
Yeah, I mean it just hopefully that it continues to carry over, especially with having some older guys on the JV where they're going to step into roles hopefully as varsity basketball players. So it's a good situation.
Next week, the Wildcats, of course, will be looking to bounce back, as we will have Evansville Memorial back home at the JHS gym before playing Gibson Southern on Saturday. Kind of to look ahead to next weekend, if you will.
Yeah, I mean it's going to be a fun weekend with really back-to-back games. We play Memorial Friday night. That's always a fun game, fun atmosphere. Mm-hmm. They are always competitive, so it'll be another really good test, and it'll be fun to be in front of our home crowd, and then to bounce right back and play a noon and 1:30 start on Saturday. It's going to be it'll be good for us. Hopefully we'll see improvements from this week and go forward from there.
And we look forward to bringing that here on 18 WJTS. Caleb Bagley, thank you very much for joining us. Congratulations on a good season so far. I know it's a tough loss here, but it's going to be a good learning experience for these Wildcats as before they move on to Memorial next week.
Thank you.
Thank you. Caleb Bagley is our guest here on the post game, junior varsity coach for the Wildcats, who fall tonight by the score of 57-49 for their first loss of the year to the Loogootee Lions, 57-49. The Wildcats now record is now 2-1 on the year. Loogootee improves to 4-1, and Cats, as we said, will be on the back at home at the Jasper High School gym to take on the Evansville Memorial Tigers. Again at JHS gym next Friday with an 8 o'clock varsity tip-off, junior varsity at 6:30. We'll have it for you next Saturday morning here on 18 WJTS at 10 a.m. For Jeremy Marcos, Jason Stamm, I'm Kerry Schneider saying so long from Jack Butcher Arena.